Alright, in this slide we're asked to find the average speed for the following intervals. Let's just take a moment and write down the equation for average speed. The average speed can be found by taking the arithmetic mean for the final speed and the initial speed. So that's the final speed plus the initial speed, velocity, divided by 2. So in order to find the average speed, average velocity for these intervals, we can use those terms interchangeably again. We're ignoring signs, but we can state the sign because these values will have signs in this problem. We will start off with an interval, 0 seconds to 1 second, and we'll state what the initial speed is in the final and then plug them into the formula. So this is the initial speed for 0 to 1 seconds, and this is the final speed. If we start off with 0 and end up at 4, 0 plus 4 divided by 2 will give us an average speed of 2 meters per second. So this first interval is 2 meters per second. Positive to be specific. Another way to find the average speed is to find the middle value for speed in this segment, or find the middle of the line, which happens to be right there. That's about the middle of the line, and that corresponds with 2 meters per second. Finding the average speed for the next interval from 1 to 3 seconds. Our final speed is 4, our initial speed is 4, our speed is not changing, so that middle value, or that average value, is positive 4 meters per second. The average speed for the next second of travel, which is from 3 to 4 seconds, we start off at 4 and we end up 0 meters per second. And the middle value, again, if you look, is 2 meters per second, or to be specific, positive 2 meters per second. From 4 to 5 seconds, now the line plunges into negative territory. The initial value is 0. We come down all the way down to the final value, and that would correspond with negative 4 meters per second. Let's apply this. 0 plus negative 4 divided by 2 is negative 2 meters per second. So the average speed would be 2 meters per second, but the velocity, the middle value, would correspond with negative 2. Between 5 and 6 seconds, we start off at negative 4, end up at negative 4. The middle value is negative 4 meters per second. And then the next question is, what is the average speed from 4 to 6 seconds? We're going to change this one. Let's consider a different interval. Let's consider the average speed between 3 seconds and 5 seconds. And we'll apply this one. The average speed, plug it into the formula, would be the final speed, which is negative 4 meters per second, plus the initial speed, positive 4 meters per second, divided by 2. And something special happens. Negative 4 and positive 4 will give us 0. 0 divided by 2 will give us 0. That middle value for velocity is going to be 0 meters per second when we're considering this interval, this special interval that has just been defined between 3 and 5 seconds. So that would have been from 3 to 5 seconds. We can use these values because if we know the average speed and the time through which we've been moving, it will allow us to find the displacement for those intervals.